Hi, I'm Donna Marie Crawford from DonnaMarieCrawford.com. Thank you for joining me today for my weekly inspirational card reading. This is for the week of March 7th, 2022. This week I've chosen and been guided towards and chose the Angel Tarot deck card from Doreen Virtue Radley Valentine and artwork done by Steve Roberts. I don't think I necessarily have always given Steve Roberts a mention, but I certainly have shared the illustrations and the meanings in the illustrations in all these cards in this deck. Really resonate with this deck, so thank you for joining me for inspiration from Spirit this week. I always shuffle the deck. Trust yourself to know that whatever way you do it is the right way, and there is no wrong way when it comes to working with any kind of inspiration, any kind of tool or deck of cards, especially. There tends to be protocols put out there and frameworks to work from, but I really encourage you to follow your guidance as to what works well with you. As I shuffle the deck, I always ask for the messages of only the best and highest good, and to bring forward a message that's going to be meaningful to everyone this week, to help us along our journey, to guide us and support us, because that's truly what Spirit is in our focus for. When we ask for guidance, it's always there. This week, the card that came out for us is the Five of Water. I love water. I love the water cards. Really gives us something to be still in. I am a floater in water and just love the feeling of being surrounded by that energetic conduit. It really does transfer energy, and it just seems to amplify it for me. So I really resonate with these water cards, and I hope you do as well. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Isn't that the truth along our journey in so many things? We set out expectations and then things don't go exactly the way we planned. And then what happens to us, right? Not seeing the positive in a situation. That's exactly what happens to us. And crying over spilt milk. This is an old phrase that many of us can relate to. I do my best to bring the card into focus as I'm doing the reading so you can see the illustrations. But with this card, it's a little difficult because of the shading. That's why it's so wonderful that my right hand husband gets everything set and includes a picture of it for us all. The crying over spilt milk is a familiar phrase to many of us. It's realizing what my grandfather used to give us ease about. When I was a kid, my grandfather lived with us, and we'd drop something, and he'd look at it and he goes, "Well, can't go no further." And that's what we should really think about when we're looking and thinking about the things that have gone by. Can't do anything about it. It's where it is. Crying over the spilt milk is focusing on that energy that is not feeling good. The not seeing the positive, the knowing that truly, even though it irritated the heck out of me when I was a kid, my mother would always bring around the awareness that there is a silver lining to everything. If we allow ourselves to open to that and see that that horrific thing that we could do nothing about 10, 15 years ago, 2 weeks ago, when we focus and focus and focus, we stay stuck in that energetic bubble. But when we realize that something's coming out of that, I may not know it yet and I may not realize it, but somewhere, somehow, something positive will come out of it. Spirit will help you see that and know that, because truth be told, It's all good. It's not always feeling that way in our human experience, but Creator of all and Divine aligns it. So it is all good and supporting us and giving us that ability to go on to that next thing. But when we stay in a negative bubble, then the next thing is not as positive. So let's look at that silver lining. Mom would say sometimes it's as thin as a sewing thread, and then other times it's as thick as a ship rope. It's it's there. We just have to allow ourselves to be open to trusting that and moving through. Okay, get through it. The water cards are really mystical in the depth of having to look into the illustration. And I love that as well about the cards because it gives us the ability to look deeper within ourselves. And when we do that, there is a only positive there. That's what feels good. That's our normal most positive state of being. Look at when we came in as children. Look at all the children that come in now. It's a positive state. Give yourself the ability to revisit that and see the positive, even when you can't. Trust the positive, okay? And watch it be revealed. It's all knowing is yet to come, but we do get the ability to just see how sometimes those horrific things really do bring that rainbow at the end, okay? And when you allow yourself not to stay in that cried over spilt milk energy, you will find yourself blossoming more, having more positivity, seeing that okay, it's on the floor, nothing else can happen to it, or let's pick it up and move on, was really what my Pepe was telling us. Like, okay, it fell down. It's okay. All's well. Let's pick ourselves up and keep on going into that positive direction. And that's my wish for you from Spirit this week. If you'd like to know more information about me, you can find me at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. And I also have a wonderful group of like-minded people at freetobepsychic.com if you're interested in joining a community that is expanding our intuition and trust in it, and our social networking with people that really feel the same way we do energetically. It's such an uplifting experience. We'd love to see you there. But all my services and my private sessions and everything you'll find at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. Thank you again. Have a blessed week. And I'm honored always to share spirit guidance and insights with you. Thank you again. Bye-bye.